So Ripple actually was the second largest coin prior to the SEC's investigation of them. They did this really weird lawsuit against them, and basically the Ripple's going to be the track that everything's going to be running on in the future. So they created their own stable coin right now.
Okay.
And Bank of America, like I said, they were doing 100% of their internal transactions. They've got 83 different patents on it, and there's some incredible stuff that's going to be coming out. So.
And I'm thrilled to announce today that DAMAc will be investing at least $20 billion over a very short period of time into the United States, and they may go double or even somewhat more than double that amount of money. It's a great thing, and I believe...
Real estate in the metaverse. We have Ali Sajwani from DAMAc Properties. How is a company such as DAMAc Properties approaching the metaverse?
So the way we decided to invest in the metaverse is to create digital twins of all.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leverage to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust. And we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity, and if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset, and also I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will. During that auction that we saw a little bit before, the attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. We dropped down to 91,000 early this morning. Don't forget the bond market closes at 2, and we should be making our way up. Now, don't forget we have options tomorrow. Now, if we go to CME, we see open interest for Bitcoin is up, but volume is low. When it comes to Ethereum, we have open interest low and volume is low. But I'm going to get into why Bitcoin and crypto pulled back so early in the month later on in the video. And we have Jimmy Carter buried today on the 9th. And we know all about non-ether. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates pull back slightly. Again, which should give us a little lift. And again, the bond market closes at 2 today. We have the dollar moving up. And guys, when the dollar is strong and when that's hurting the emerging markets, but don't forget that is part of the plan. The emerging markets are going to be running away from the dollar and moving over to these stable coins and CBDCs. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And don't forget to pay attention to the BOJ. And then we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire announces 1 million USDC donations to Trump inaugural committee. And don't forget, stable coins are definitely not crypto. Stable coins are nothing but digital dollars, and then on top of it, backed by U.S. treasuries. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $185 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. And it should be lower just because the markets are closed today. Now, we have Hong Kong's Monetary Authority has launched its supervisory incubator for distributed ledger technology, an initiative to assist banks in adopting distributed ledger technology. And we know all these central banks have already tested DLT because we can already go to BIS, all the research, all the testing they've done, and they've included all these central banks. And China has definitely already tested this technology and using it. And we know nothing happens in Hong Kong without China. And if you go look up Project Sila, which was done by the BIS, it was Hong Kong and Israel testing CBDCs. And this was back in 2023. Guys, we know all the testing has been done. They are ready to roll this technology out. And all you have to do is look at Project MBridge to prove that. But don't forget, when it comes to the central banks, they want to keep these rates higher for longer. So therefore, it destroys this legacy economy to bring in this new digital economy so they can move us over to these stable coins and CBDCs. Remember, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs down at close yesterday and moved up after close. Now, we've had a pullback in stocks and cryptos, and we know it's nothing but an algorithm. But in cryptos, we had Bitcoin spot ETFs hit a record of 570 million in outflows. Ethereum had 159 million in outflows. So these ETFs, guys, you definitely have to pay attention to the inflows and outflows. But we are getting selling pressure because people want to take profits. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have MasterCard launches crypto credentials in UAE and Kazakhstan. And guys, we know how important digital ID is. Digital ID is going to be the next phase for this digital economy. And in the mainstream media, you're going to hear them say that Visa and MasterCard are in trouble. No, they're not. Visa and MasterCard work in the background, and they're going to continue to be in the business because the only thing they're doing is integrating this technology, just like the rest of the banks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we have the CEO of Sound Planning Group says that Ripple is the track that everything is going to be running on in the future. And guys, is that correct? No, it's not. We know Swift has integrated this technology, and due to Chainlink has become even more powerful. But yes, Ripple is definitely going to be used in the main scheme of things. It's going to be its own bank, has the stable coin, has the custody, has the CBDC platform. So Ripple's technology will be used in its fourth industrial revolution, but it's going to be in the background. Nobody will never know, like nobody cares about Swift or the Fed. And then lastly, guys, we have Mantra and DAMAc signed $1 billion deal to tokenize the Middle Eastern assets, bringing real-world assets tokenization to the UAE. So when we look at the Middle East, guys, I've done plenty of videos. We know they're leading this fourth industrial revolution. And also the key to that fourth industrial revolution is the metaverse, where you will have a digital twin. But it's crazy that Trump makes that announcement of DAMAc donating $20 billion of building these data centers inside the U.S. And I've told you time and time again, Trump's job is to land us in this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And guys, I tell you time and time again, the crypto teacher gives you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. And never forget, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. Not because it's not there, because they reject it. And unfortunately, the Most High is going to reject the children. And the Most High gives you all this technology at your fingertips. But you choose to be distracted on things that don't matter. And guess who's going to pay the price? The sheep. Trump and the rest of these paid puppets have given you the truth. It's whether you want to accept it or not. And yes, it's painful to all of us to accept it. But don't fall for the divide and conquer. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.